You might be reaching for that protein powder every morning, thinking it's giving you strength, energy, maybe even helping your joints. But here's the twist. What if the one you're using isn't doing what you think, and the one you've been ignoring is the real secret to aging strong? Most people over 60 never hear the full story when it comes to protein supplements. And the truth is, collagen and whey work very differently in the body, especially as we get older. If you're over 60 and care about staying strong, focused, and independent, this is something worth knowing. As we age, our muscles change, our joints feel stiffer, recovery takes longer, and something as simple as getting out of a chair or climbing stairs can suddenly feel like a mini workout. But there's good news. Certain types of protein, when used the right way, can help support how you move, think, and feel every day. And no, it's not just about building biceps or running marathons, it's about preserving your independence, protecting your bones, and keeping your energy steady. That's why today we're diving deep into the difference between collagen and whey protein, and what's actually better for adults over 60. And if that sounds helpful, consider subscribing. It doesn't cost a thing, and we share health tips every week to help you feel your best at every age. The common challenge. Let's start with something we all experience eventually, that slow, creeping feeling of muscle loss. It doesn't happen overnight. One day your legs feel a little more tired after a walk. Another day, your grip feels weaker when opening a jar. This is called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, and it starts as early as your 40s, picking up speed in your 60s and 70s. It's one of the biggest reasons older adults lose mobility, experience falls, or feel exhausted doing simple tasks. So naturally, we're told to eat more protein, but not all proteins are created equal. And that's where collagen and whey step in, each with very different strengths. Collagen, the structural protein. Imagine your body like a house. Your muscles are the rooms and furniture, strong, essential, but always being used. But what about the beams, the floors, the walls? That's collagen. It's what gives your skin elasticity, your joints flexibility, and your tendons and ligaments their strength. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body, and it naturally declines with age. That's why skin gets thinner, joints ache more easily, and healing takes longer. Taking collagen isn't about getting bulky. It's about rebuilding the scaffolding that holds your body together, especially the parts that start wearing out over time, like knees, shoulders, and hips. Many seniors report less joint stiffness, better skin hydration, and even faster recovery when they supplement with collagen consistently. But here's where things get interesting. Whey, the muscle builder. Whey protein is like a high-octane fuel for your muscles. It's fast digesting, rich in essential amino acids, and especially high in something called leucine, a key trigger for muscle protein synthesis. In simpler terms, whey helps your muscles repair and grow. That's why it's popular among athletes. But for seniors, whey becomes even more important because aging muscles are more resistant to protein. You actually need more protein to get the same effect you had in your younger years. This is where many older adults unknowingly fall short. They eat the same amount of protein they did in their 40s, or even less, and wonder why they feel weaker over time. The body simply doesn't absorb and use it as efficiently anymore. Whey can help bridge that gap, especially if you're recovering from illness, surgery, or you're working on strength and balance. Collagen versus whey. What most people get wrong. So which one should you take? The answer isn't always black and white. One common mistake is thinking collagen and whey do the same thing. They don't. Collagen is not a complete protein. It's missing some essential amino acids your body needs to build muscle. So if you're using collagen as your only protein source, you might be missing out on crucial muscle support. On the flip side, if you're only using whey, you might not be supporting your joints, tendons, and connective tissue, especially if you've got old injuries or arthritis creeping in. It's not always about choosing one or the other. It's about understanding what each one does and how to use them wisely depending on your body's needs. How seniors can use both. Let's bring this down to the day-to-day. Picture this. You're waking up with stiffness in your knees. Your back feels a little tighter than it used to. You've been walking more lately, maybe even doing some light resistance training, or taking that water aerobics class. You're doing all the right things, but your body still feels like it's lagging behind. This is where understanding the role of both collagen and whey can really change the game. Collagen works more like a long-term support system. It won't give you an instant energy boost or muscle pump, but over time, it helps rebuild and reinforce the structures you rely on every day: cartilage, ligaments, even the discs in your spine. That daily knee ache you've been ignoring? Collagen may help cushion that over time. Now let's say you also notice your strength isn't what it used to be. You want to lift groceries without straining. You want to keep up with grandkids or go on a vacation without feeling winded. That's where whey protein can help, giving your muscles the fuel they need to repair, grow, and maintain function, even decades after retirement. Using them together isn't overkill. In fact, it may be the most effective approach for seniors who want to protect both form and function, your structure and your strength. Here's something most people don't realize. As we age, not only do we lose muscle faster, our ability to use protein also declines. That's why Dr. Stuart Phillips, a leading researcher in aging and protein metabolism, said this in a 2022 interview. Older adults don't necessarily need more calories. They need more high-quality protein, and they need to space it out properly. It's about hitting the right signal for muscle growth, and that requires enough leucine-rich protein at the right times. Whey is rich in leucine. Collagen is not, but collagen has something whey doesn't: a high content of glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, which are essential for collagen production in the body. This is where the myth of one-size-fits-all protein falls apart. Each type supports the body differently. So when seniors ask, which is better, the better question is, what does your body need right now? Let's reflect on what this means in practical terms. If your main concern is mobility, joint discomfort, skin health, or tendon repair, collagen might be the piece you're missing, especially if you've had a lifetime of activity, wear and tear, or old sports injuries catching up with you. If your main concern is strength, stability, or maintaining muscle mass, especially if you're noticing balance issues or difficulty rising from a chair, whey could be the tool that helps you stay strong and independent. But again, this isn't an either-or situation. You don't need to choose one forever and ignore the other. Some days your body may benefit from both. And here's something else worth knowing. One recent study published in Nutrients found that seniors who combined collagen supplements with resistance training saw improvements in body composition, joint comfort, and muscle strength, especially compared to those taking no supplements at all. So it's not just about adding powders. It's about how those supplements work with your lifestyle to create a stronger, more flexible version of you. Now, before you run off to buy both, here are a few things to keep in mind. Timing matters. Whey protein is best taken after activity or meals, when your body is most ready to use it for muscle repair. If you do resistance training, even light bands or squats, that's the perfect window. Collagen works best when taken consistently, ideally on an empty stomach, and many find early morning or bedtime easiest. You can even mix it into coffee or tea. Also, look for hydrolyzed collagen or collagen peptides. These are easier to digest and absorb, especially if digestion is a concern. As for safety, both collagen and whey are generally well tolerated, but if you have kidney disease, allergies, or a history of digestive issues, it's always smart to check with your doctor or a registered dietitian, especially before starting any new supplement regularly. And here's a simple idea. Try it for 30 days. See how you feel. Notice your energy, your strength, your joints. Sometimes the body speaks softly, and it's not until you stop something that you realize what it was doing. Myths, misconceptions, and surprising truths. Now let's clear up some common myths that often confuse people, especially those just starting out with supplements. One of the biggest misconceptions is this: collagen is just for beauty, and whey is just for bodybuilders. Not true, not even close. Yes, collagen is popular in the beauty industry, for skin elasticity, nails, even hair. But your body uses collagen in far more critical places: the cartilage in your knees, the cushioning in your vertebrae, the connective tissue that holds your joints together. Think of it like this. If your body is a car, collagen isn't about making the car shinier. It's what keeps the suspension system smooth and shock-absorbing. And Whey? It's not just for 20-somethings at the gym. In fact, older adults benefit more from Whey than almost any other age group because of that muscle resistance effect we talked about earlier. Another myth is that you need massive amounts of either to see results. But what really matters isn't just how much protein you're getting, it's about how it's spaced out and how your body absorbs it. If you're someone who skips breakfast, eats a light lunch, then has a big dinner, your body might only be using a fraction of the protein you're consuming, especially if the majority of your intake is happening at one time. Experts now recommend evenly distributing protein throughout the day, roughly 25 to 30 grams per meal, to keep your muscles engaged and in a state of repair. And yes, Whey is a convenient way to hit that goal, especially in the morning or after a walk or workout. Collagen, on the other hand, can be added almost anywhere, into coffee, tea, oatmeal, even stirred into soups. It's not about the bulk of the dose, it's about daily consistency. Your body is still listening. Here's something I hope you take to heart. Your body is still listening to what you feed it. Even if you're 65, 70, 80, your body hasn't stopped responding. The rules may have changed, yes, but the response is still there. Studies show that seniors can still build muscle, regrow collagen, and improve bone density when the right nutrients and movements are in place. You're not starting from scratch. You're building on a lifetime of movement, and every small upgrade can have a meaningful impact on how you feel, how you move, and how long you stay independent. So if you've ever thought, well, it's too late for me to get stronger, or my joints are just bad now, that's aging, I want you to know that's not the whole story. What to look for in a good collagen or Whey product. If you're ready to try one, or both, here are a few things to keep in mind when shopping. For collagen, look for hydrolyzed collagen peptides. This means the collagen is broken down and easier to absorb. Types 1 and 3 are most common for skin and joints. Type 2 is often used for cartilage and joint support specifically. Some brands include vitamin C, which helps boost collagen synthesis in the body. That's a nice bonus. For Whey, choose whey protein. Isolate if you're sensitive to lactose. It's more filtered and lower in carbs and fats. Make sure it's low in added sugars and artificial ingredients. You want protein, not candy in a tub. If possible, choose grass-fed or clean-sourced whey, especially if you care about purity and quality. Some brands even combine collagen and whey into one product, although usually at lower doses of each. If you're trying to target a specific issue, like joint repair or muscle recovery, separate supplements may give you more control. And remember, supplements are just that, supplementary. They work best alongside whole food, good sleep, and regular movement. No powder in the world can replace walking, stretching, and eating a colorful plate. Here's the beautiful truth. Aging doesn't mean giving up your strength. It doesn't mean surrendering your independence or accepting daily discomfort as your new normal. It means adapting, listening, learning what your body needs now, not what worked 30 years ago. Whether you choose collagen, whey, or both, the real power comes from the intention behind it, from saying, I want to feel better in my body, and making one smart change to support that. It's not about chasing youth. It's about honoring the body you've lived in for decades and giving it what it needs to keep going, with grace, with strength, and with confidence. What this looks like in real life. Let's take this out of theory and into your kitchen, your routine, your real life. You're making your morning coffee. Instead of just cream and sugar, you add a scoop of unflavored collagen. It dissolves quickly, no taste, and now your joints, skin, and tissues get a little support before your day even begins. Later, you take a walk or do a few light stretches, maybe some gentle strength work with resistance bands or body weight. You finish, and instead of skipping a meal or snacking on empty carbs, you mix a scoop of whey protein with water or milk, add some berries or half a banana, and drink it slowly. That's your recovery window, and now your muscles have what they need to stay strong and responsive. Fast forward a few weeks. You notice your knees aren't clicking quite as much. You're getting out of chairs more easily. Your grip feels a little stronger when you're opening jars or carrying groceries. That's not magic. That's just good inputs, adding up over time. These small changes don't take hours. They don't require overhauling your diet or buying expensive machines. But they do ask for consistency. That's the quiet superpower of aging well. doing the little things regularly that add up to bigger wins later. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for your body and staying curious about what helps you feel your best. Getting started, the simple way forward. So where do you begin? If you're brand new to supplements, here's a suggestion. Start with one, just one. Try Collagen for 30 days. Take notes on how your joints feel, your skin, your comfort when walking or sitting. Or start with whey protein, especially if you've been skipping protein-rich meals or want to support strength and balance. Have 1 scoop a day after light movement, or add it to breakfast to help you feel more stable and energized. Don't worry about doing both right away unless it feels manageable. Build habits one step at a time. And if you're unsure about quality or dosage, bring the supplement bottle to your next doctor's visit or pharmacist. They can help you double-check that it's safe for your health needs, especially if you're on medications or have kidney concerns. The goal here isn't to chase trends. It's to find what helps you feel clearer, stronger, and more supported in your daily life. One last story, your body's memory. Here's something that might surprise you. Your body remembers movement. It remembers strength. It remembers what it feels like to feel good. You're not starting from zero. Even if you've been inactive for a while, your body is always ready to respond to nourishment and care. In one study from McMaster University, researchers found that even seniors in their 80s who started gentle resistance training paired with whey protein saw measurable improvements in strength, function, and energy within just 12 weeks. 12 weeks. That's the length of a single season. One small chapter in the bigger story of your health, but it's enough to make a real difference, not just on a lab test, but in how confidently you move through the world. So whether you're someone who used to be athletic and wants to get that feeling back, or someone who's just now starting to prioritize your health, it's never too late to improve the way you feel. You don't have to choose between collagen or whey forever. You can choose to support your body with strength, with care, and with the wisdom of someone who's lived enough years to know what really matters. You can say yes to stronger joints and stronger muscles, to more confidence in how you move, bend, lift, and rest. Because aging isn't about decline, it's about evolving and supporting your body with the right tools at the right time. If collagen helps you move more comfortably and whey helps you stay stronger longer, then both are worthy allies in your journey forward. You deserve to feel strong, stable, and vibrant, not just for your age, but for your life. If this resonated with you or helped you see things more clearly, consider subscribing. It's free, and we share weekly insights to help you age with strength, clarity, and confidence. And if you've tried collagen or whey before, let us know in the comments what worked, what didn't, and what you'd like to learn next. Thanks for being here. Your health is worth the time.